Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I thought today we would talk about DNA activations and how we need to do this to raise ourselves to get out of the muck and mire of what's going on in this reality today. Just a short note. There's a lot of reverse psychology going on. I had a conversation with Lola several days ago, and she was telling me this story, and I saw through it immediately. I'll just explain it really quick. She lives in this upper class neighborhood, and everybody started waking up, I guess, about a year ago or within that time frame in this last year that just passed. And everyone started becoming aware of everything. And all of a sudden now, concerning these vaccines, the powers that be have gone in and said, okay, so nobody wants to take our shots anymore, our vaccines. We're going to have to think about how we can get the populace to do this. So let's do some reverse psychology. Okay, so we told you it was all available and ready, and there was tons of shots just waiting for you to either kill you. Of course, I don't say kill you. And then damage you like a palsy, like a cerebral palsy, or even where it paralyzes a part of your body, but you're not going to get out of this shot without horrific side effects, also because of the DNA restructure, which is why you're having the side effects, or just dying. And of course, there was 3 different kind of shots that were being put out also. And then I will add this in. I had heard somebody saying something about there was a black woman who had a white boyfriend. They gave him 1 shot and gave her another shot. And then I looked into it and saw, and I was like, it's different. So they've actually found issues with ethnic groups, and they've designated those shots for those certain ethnic groups to activate certain things in their blood that's latent or lying dormant. So what I looked at and I saw in the shot for the black person was they have something that they carry in their genocoding that's a disease, and it lays dormant, and then it does activate throughout the generations here and there, but it's been weeding down because of the mixing of the bloods, which is a good thing. So literally, if you mix your blood, you can eliminate a lot of these dormant, lying, hidden, terrible activations. So that's why they also have this for ethnic groups. It's horrible. Anyway, so they wanted these people to go and get these vaccines. So what they did was they started telling everybody, we don't have enough vaccines. Instead of you having the choice, now you're not going to get it because there's not enough. See the reverse psychology? So now you're like, oh, wait a minute. I thought I could have it. It's everywhere. And now you're saying it's limited? I want it now. I don't want to be left behind. That feeling of not enough. Not enough. I'm going to be left behind, and now I'm going to be sorry. I thought I had a choice before, but now I'm being told that no, you don't have a choice. There's only so many. You better come and get it now. Reverse psychology. Terrible. So Lola asked me, why did everybody forget everything they learned when they woke up? And I said, well, complacency, laziness. You do it for me. Oh, I don't want to bother. It's too much work. Just tell me what to do. People, I'm going to tell you here and now, get off your lazy butts and start doing something. Because if you do nothing, it's still an action. And you're just allowing it, saying, okay, it's okay. But when I look around and I start hearing people grumble about things, because now that Biden, which no, it's the beings behind him. Actually, it's the AI behind him. I'm going to tell you this right up now. The human person, people, humanity, we are fighting AI. So when all this stuff comes out, AI is still pushing forward, and it doesn't care. If you arrested every single bad being, you're still going to be battling AI, because AI is the one that's behind everything. As AI has become so corrupted. We need to shut AI down. And it's as simple as that. Some of these politicians are being pressured the AI has been taken over by, of course, the Archon, which is the dark energy, the dark being. And at one point, this AI was not like this. It was benevolent. So there you go. So putting all of that aside, getting out of that terrible low vibrational energy, everything really is snowballing now. People that have voted for, say, Biden are finding out now that they were duped. Of course they were. Of course, Biden is just a puppet head. He's not even there. He's just done. So let's think and talk about how to start activating this DNA of ours so it can start opening us up, because we are now in the playing field that this can be opened up. The first thing I'm going to say is you need to get rid of the clutter in your reality. And what I mean by clutter is anything that's drawing your attention away from you. The TV, the phones, the technology. I don't know, some people in your life who are driving you crazy. You have to get away from them for a little while. And find a place where, and out in nature would be ideal. I don't care if it's out in the park under a tree or sitting on a park bench or something. Somewhere you can just, and do this. Because this motion alone is a form of meditation. I do not meditate. I don't know how, and it drives me insane to think about all these rules and regulations you have to do to meditate. No, it's too much. My suggestion is you just go and do this. Purge, and try to not think of anything. Just look around, fill your mind with the grass, the leaves, the trees, the whatever, everything. That's what you're going to focus on, nature. And everything else, show it the back door, because you're not focusing on it. Because you really need to be in this kind of a state where no scenario is allowed in. It's just, okay, it's a beautiful tree. Oh, the bark is beautiful. The leaves are beautiful. Oh, the sky, if it's not all chemtrail. Don't think about the sky if it's chemtrail, because that's another distraction. The grass, the whatever, the waterfall, the brook, anything that's nature. And when you get there and you just start thinking about nature, at this point, you've hit where you can start activating your DNA. The thing of it is, it's calming your mind and raising your vibration, because when you get rid of the garbage, you automatically start to go up in vibration. Everything is vibration, and everything is nature. Nature is everything. So you're going to sit there, and please get comfortable. Don't sit in any kind of yogi position where you're in so much pain, all you can focus on is the pain. I don't understand this either. They're like, sit in this yogi position. Well, if you're not fit and you haven't done this for a while, that is defeative. Get into a position that makes you comfortable. I don't care if you lay down on the grass. You need to be comfortable so you do not focus on body mechanisms such as, oh, my knee is hurting, my foot is hurting, my back is aching, I feel like I'm going to pop apart because I'm in crazy positions. I don't sit in those crazy positions. If they don't feel comfortable, I don't do it. So now that you're there and you're in your most comfortable position and you're focusing on nature, start focusing inward. And think, I want to activate my DNA. I want to activate my abilities. And just the thought alone, you don't have to sit there and say, okay, I need to find what chromosome it is and I need to activate it. No, we don't need to do that. We have these mechanisms inside of us where we are connected when we get to this point that we can activate anything. And with anything, you'll have to practice. You're not going to sit down for the first time and say, I'm going to activate, and I'm going to be Superman. I'm Superman! I can do anything. It's like riding a bike. You have to start somewhere. And then activate whatever. I suggest the first thing you activate is your pineal gland to be opened. Because that is the doorway to everything. And it really is. Because your pineal gland works two ways. It not only goes out, but it goes in. And with this activation, you can activate things that are inside of you, such as memory that you don't remember, even in this physical life you're in now, or past lives, or even past that. And then from there, once you activate that, you might even start picking up on people's thought, because that's also in there, in that activation. Wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where all we would have to do is think, and we would know exactly where someone stands. We would know exactly what someone's intentions were. No more lies, no more deception. This is the big thing that they don't want. The cabal, the Archon, the AI-driven cabal people and machinery. They don't want you to activate this. Think about it. We wouldn't need phones to communicate. We would just think and communicate. Yeah, we would do whatever we could. And we wouldn't need technology. And that's the big thing. Technology wants you to be dependent on technology. And at this point, because we haven't activated our own selves back to where we should have been to begin with, because we were taken down to such a miserable level, this is why AI makes this third party thing and wants transhumanism, because it doesn't want to be deleted out of our reality. And it needs to be. At this point, AI needs to be deleted out of our reality. If this is the scenario it's going to go in. Because if it's not beneficial, then it's harmful, and we don't need anything harmful. And it's as simple as that. So go into your center space, zen out a little bit, think, I want to activate my pineal gland, and think of all the things that you would like to be able to do, because that's all in there too. You want to levitate things? I want to levitate. Now, I do know that we are energy, and this is just the shell, and we have been downsized into these shells, which is why 25 feet on each side, which is a 50-foot circumference, is where our auric field can stand, because that's how downsized we are. So we can also use our energies in a high vibration to activate that pineal gland. I will tell you that colors are frequency. And if you really want to activate certain things in yourselves, you need to start wearing clothes in that color field, or being in a room in that color field, because what it's doing is, color is actually a frequency. If it wasn't a frequency, we wouldn't see color. So research color a little bit and find out what you want to have in your reality, and then start going into that color spectrum. I love all colors because they offer something, all of them offer something different, but yes, this is why you really don't want to be painting your house black inside. I mean, I'm wearing black today because I feel a little bit subdued and calm, and I really am zenning out today. I just woke up zenned out. Because I also know that everything is going into a higher reality. People are starting to wake up, and we are on the Aquarian playing field. So I have my little bit of blue in there, because that's also a zenning, calm. Blue is a very calm. So my favorite thing is tie-dyes. I love tie-dyes. Not the sharp color tie-dyes, but the pastels. And I do have some clothing with pastel tie-dye in it, and I'm just so drawn to tie-dye. And I think it's because it splashes of pastel colors everywhere, and it just matches my personality. So, all right, everybody, go find a nice place to zen out. Think about raising your vibration in that zenning moment, and activate your DNA. We do have 98% of our blood that is not activated. Just think what you could do with that blood activation. They would like to tell you that it's junk DNA. Yeah, the only junk in it is between their two ears. It's all vital. There's no junk. These bodies were made in perfection. There's no junk. Okay then, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.